What up, man? What's happening? Tay?
Good morning, good morning, good morning. How are
Hey,
you?
man, it's a lovely day. Lovely day. Lovely day.
They say
Lovely day.
something like 90 something degrees today, though. I mean, it coming the next couple of days, boy.
Yeah.
Mm-mm. If you
It's
get
it.
90 degrees in April, what we gonna do in July?
Let me tell you, I have a situation going on with my car, so I don't know. My air conditioner's not working. That's like committing suicide in Texas. But let me welcome everyone. Welcome everybody to another edition of Our Take. Y'all already know who it is. I'm Farrah, the hostess with the mostest. And my homie over here, Mr. T W. What you got over there? The champ is here.
The champ is here. The champ is here.
Yeah.
That's me.
Yeah, whatever. You see that chain?
Yeah.
Right there.
Oh,
Mm-hmm. You see it right there? You see
you can
that?
hold it for me. You can hold it because out of all the teams that picked the Final Four, my Florida won. Everybody else we lost. I still got the champ. So I'm the champ over here, player. At least I got
Man,
one pick. One.
hey, if that's how you feel, you keep on feeling that way, homie. We here for it. but thank everybody for joining. We got a lot of good topics to uncover, talk about. Basketball's gone, it's a wrap. But we still got NBA. We got the women's draft coming up. We got the NFL draft is coming up. So we got to talk about a couple people. Let me just fuckery that's going on over there. Same old, same old.
You know how that go. You know.
But how's your weekend being? How your week go? How's your week going?
Uh, uh, it was a week. It's one of those weeks that just kind of, thank goodness, it blurred really quickly and went by really quickly. The most exciting part of the week, I think, was on Monday night where me and the wife and my mom, we went to a program because my daughter was honored, joined the National Honor Society in high school. Big
So,
deal.
okay, she got that from my mama right there. I know.
Wow. Yeah, I think that's right. So we celebrated that. So that was a good thing for it. And she got her first paycheck from her job. Now they ain't want to give nobody no money. No, it just is tight with
You
the
had,
dollar.
man, you better not ever be at the convenience store and just didn't have like $5 that you needed extra. They don't play that.
No, no,
These
no,
kids, no, don't borrow no money from her. Let her
no,
have her money, but let her know your money's your money and mine is mine. It's a
yeah,
two-way street on that.
no, that ended back in December 9th, 2000 when I got married because I ain't had no money since that day. But that's all I'm gonna say. What about your week? Talk about yours. What's going on?
Oh man, my week been kind of crazy. First off, just want to give condolences to my family. We lost my aunt this week. My mother's last living sister. So been a crazy week. Lost her. I actually lost a frat brother as well. So a lot of death. So um, definitely been a crazy week. So all the prayers. We're taking them. So definitely, but yes. Rest in peace to my aunt Constance. Today is actually my sister's birthday, who passed away. So she heavenly 59th birthday. Yeah, it's been a crazy week, y'all. But you know what?
We're
I
here.
take go do it. We here. So I'm blessed. The family's been blessed. So happy birthday to my sister. Rest in peace to my aunt. Rest in peace to Cam, my frat brother that passed away out here in Texas. Just been a long week, but I'm gonna get through it. I'm
We
good.
gonna make it. We
Yeah.
gonna make it.
Yeah, we're gonna make it, but yeah, it's been a rough one. But that's why I love what I do. Our take. What better way can you get your mind off stuff than to talk about sports? Which that's what we gonna do.
Indeed, true
That's
indeed.
what we gonna do. So guess we'll jump on into it. You ready? Man,
Yes,
listen.
I'm ready. Oh, sorry. Don't make me start singing today. It's one of them singing days.
Ready? Are you ready?
See? Told you it's one of them singing days, boy.
But now NFL. So
Okay.
we're gonna start with them this week. Switched it up a little bit on you. You know what I mean? No order. But we're gonna hit up the NFL. And the draft is coming up. We ain't got but a couple more weeks. People ain't really understanding it's sneaking up on us. So we gotta start talking about these kids now if we want to make it before the draft. So I want to talk about our top 5 cornerbacks.
We're starting our draft talk. I'm loving this. I was all excited about this draft talk all week. Off the subject, they're talking about this quarterback that may go to Pittsburgh. Then all of a sudden, last night, New Orleans talking about our quarterback is hurt and he may not play this year. I'm like, took the whole shine out my face. But let's
Man,
talk.
y'all, I don't even want to talk about. We'll get to Pittsburgh. We're gonna talk about them. They ain't gotta be a topic to talk about.
Let's go to cornerback. I'm ready.
But the cornerbacks. Now, to be honest, I ain't got a lot of history with some of these kids. You know who I'm rooting for. You know who my top is. But he got to make a choice or something. I don't know which side of the ball he's going to be on more snaps. But prospects, number one, we got Travis Hunter, Colorado. Will Johnson, Michigan. We got Siobhan Revel Jr. out of East Carolina. North Carolina, baby. Benjamin Morrison out of Notre Dame. And, of course, Traylon Amos down in Mississippi. Lockdown corners. Lockdown
I don't know nothing about all that. I was gonna see this top five here, and I guess this dude could be number one on both sides. Cornerback, wide receiver,
He
athlete,
is,
putback,
actually.
returner. He could be number one in everything that goes on. So I can see that. I heard about
Yes.
Will Johnson, but on this podcast we don't talk about nothing Michigan, so we don't associate ourselves with that whatsoever. Now Revel out in East Carolina, I've heard his name pop up out a little bit. I haven't been really paying much of attention to it, but I will start. Morrison, Notre Dame,
Yes.
and Amos in Mississippi definitely are
Oof.
that. But what I'm surprised is I was kind of doing my research when you brought this topic, because I'm going back to now doing my researches. No, back in the day we was winging it. Now I'm going back to my research, my real pocket.
I'm here for it. What you got?
And I'm trying to figure out, we're missing some names, because all year we've been hearing what's his name, that Starks kid out of Georgia, and all of a sudden he's in the top five. Now they say the boy ain't that bright, but I don't talk about people. Say the boy ain't bright.
I'm gonna have to attribute anybody that we talked about earlier in the season, and they're not on here now. They fucked up at the combine.
So the boy ain't bright, but they say he's one of the best defensive backs, so I'm surprised he's not in the top five, but that's okay, because that means he's going to be something for somebody later on in the draft, which is okay. And also the kid from Texas, Barron, that defensive back that I don't see in the top five, that was a beast star. So I'm just kind of
What happened? I'm trying to figure out. Like, did you do any research? See what happened? Did they stop dropping the combine? Because literally, this is as of like yesterday. Literally, ESPN, NFL.com.
Well, I don't know if anybody, these are people's opinions on a lot of things. So if you look at somebody else, these may have different names. I hadn't heard anything of any of those idiots. Excuse me, I ain't call the boys idiots. Any of those
you
want to do bad things. I hadn't heard anything about those. I mean, like I said, maybe they didn't have a good pro day, because nobody in right mind can sit there and watch every college pro day. I just can't do that right now. So I don't know if they had bad pro days, but the names that I was usually waiting to hear or see in the top five, I don't see. But again, that just means there's a lot of talent out there. That means a lot of teams are going to get what they need if you need a cornerback. I'm going to talk about that Travis Hunter dude. Wow.
I mean, Travis, that's my whole thing. What is Travis going to do? Like, I know we can play on both sides. I get it. He can play on both sides, but only one side you're going to play the most snaps on.
That's true.
And we still haven't figured that out. I think it's going to have a lot to do with who drafts him. Where does he go? Who's going to want to take him at 2 or 3? Because I think he's going to go 2 or 3 either way. Either side of the ball. But who needs him?
But here's
which side of the ball worse?
Here's my question for him. I believe he will be a better cornerback in the NFL than he would be a receiver. That doesn't mean he's not going to be he can't be a great receiver. I'm not saying that.
I guess my question is why.
But
why do you think he'd be better?
Here's my thing on that is, why wouldn't you be a receiver than a cornerback? And the reason I say that is because when it comes to that money in that second contract, receivers are making $50 million a year, where quarterbacks are making 20. So your money is going to be on the catching the ball instead of defending the ball. That's where your money's going to be on the back end. So, but what I was hearing, and I was listening to some shows, it was like, it's easier for him to be a cornerback because he can get it, and he's one of those great athletes, and he could be a star now. And then whatever team drafts him gets a package for him for receiver. Put a package in there that looked like they used to do Dion. Give him a package, let him start developing and learning the wide receiver thing a little bit at a time. And that may be the best route for him. But like I said,
I still see him on the defensive side.
Yeah, I agree.
I see him there more than offensive. I see him playing the cornerback, and I see him having to maybe play a couple rounds on offense, which could always be trickery plays. Those types of things where you're going on fourth down, third and one, whatever the case is, and you need a slot receiver. I truly think he's gonna benefit better on the defensive side, and then playing those particular roles that they need him throughout the game on offense.
That I strongly agree with. He will make his bones in the defensive side. He can be almost the next Dion and get to the point that he can play offense because he doesn't have to really play defense because nobody's going to throw at him. They throw
No,
away.
they're going to go away from him. But I don't know. In the NFL, they're going to try him for a while. They're just going to, they're not just going to say, oh, hell no, you get to just do what you want to out here. They're going to try him. But I think he's going to make a mockery of a lot of them.
So, but yes, I think he is the number one cornerback right now. Like I said, there's a lot of good names out there. I'm excited. And are we going to have a different subject about safeties? Because I'm going to tell you.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, because I got a real conversation about who.
I got you Tuesday.
You know
I
what
got
I'm
you Tuesday on safety.
I did, because we know who. That's all I'm gonna say about that. With the quietness, we go on.
Oh my God, he gonna have to get them Gamecocks in there some kind of way. But the best wide receivers in the draft.
That picture looks familiar. There's a tune in that picture that looks familiar right there.
Right?
I just saw him somewhere else.
I don't want him to go as a wide receiver. I truly don't. I don't want to go as a wide receiver.
Did you know I'm looking at this picture and these are 4 different type of wide receivers? Do you really understand what we're looking at right there?
Completely different.
Or you have Hunter, who is a combo wide receiver cornerback. So I'm not, you know,
but he ain't getting drafted as a corner. He's not. I mean, as a wide receiver. I hope he don't.
That's exactly.
I hope he don't.
And if he does, he's gonna get it at a team that he's gonna be. They need a cornerback anyway, so that's why they draft him. That's the smart move.
True.
Then you got Golden out of Texas, who's a speedster. He's one of those run down the field and catch kind of thing. You have McMillan out of Arizona, who's a 6'4", 225-pound monster, tall monster type thing. And then you got Iguba, I can't pronounce his right.
Inika,
excuse me. And he's a slot receiver. He's a 6'1" slot joint. He's not a speedster. He's a slot, but
he'll take the punishment over the middle too.
He will take the punishment. And think about it. He was a superstar at Ohio State, and he took the back seat to a freshman that came in Ohio State who was a much better talent, but he still was doing his thing. So you got 4 different. What do you want as an NFL team? What do you want? What you got? 3.5.
You got options. 3.5 options. Real good options. And it was a lot of other wide receivers that we're not speaking of.
Yes,
we know that there are. So this is a really good draft. I would say on the offensive and the defensive side. More on the offensive side, I would say, than defense as far as corners are concerned. Because those 5 we saw, I would say it's a good 10 of them, but that's a lot. When it comes to the draft, that's a lot of bull. That's a lot of defense and offense. So
yeah, we still don't have Luther Burton out of Missouri on this page. I got who else I got written? I got the Higgins out of Iowa State, who's another 6'4", 250-pound wide monster, looking like Metcalf. These dudes are.
The draft is gonna be awesome. It's gonna be a big change in the NFL next year. A lot of these players are gonna make a big impact right now. So we're gonna see how it goes. In the draft when it comes down to these little boys. But I have a really good question over on Instagram. Thank you, Miss Jennifer, for joining us. Welcome. But the number 2 draft, I think, is a bigger question right now than hell number 1. It really is. Now, if you want to break this down, we're talking about this damn draft now. We all know number 1, whatever. This is one of probably the most influential number 2 picks that can ever be done. Who we going with? Who the Browns gonna do? Because they need everything. I think they made some moves this weekend, and they picked up quarterback. Who they pick up? What's his name?
Your great grandfather Joe Flacco. They picked
up Flacco.
They picked up Joe. Grandpa Joe sitting there.
Yeah, Joe does what he got to do. So are we gonna get Shador on either side? You know what I mean? What we gonna do? Then we got number 12. What's his name?
You got
What's his name?
Abdul Carter from Penn State. You
Yeah, we know he had him. Yeah.
Travis Hunter on that other, whoever that Travis Hunter dude over that other side. So
who's number 12? That's what I'm trying to figure out.
12 from Colorado. That's Hunter.
That don't look like he plays to them. Okay, dude, look, these kids starting to look alike. I've been looking at number 2 like, damn, that look like Hunter. Man, listen, been a long week, y'all.
Yeah,
Who they gonna pick?
We give you grace on that one. Okay, so one of the people that I work with every day, he lives in Cleveland. He is a diehard Cleveland fan, and I don't understand how that's humanly possible. Shout out to Scott. I'm gonna give you
grew
that.
up there. He lives there. Clearly,
I can't understand it. And we talk, and we try, and he can't even figure it out. So he's narrowed it down. He's telling me some things, but how I look at it is this: they signed Flacco, meaning they may not be happy with the quarterbacks this year, and they can get through whatever they need to get through this year. So I'm thinking Shador is not going to be picked. So now we're narrowing it down to Hunter and Carter. Now, here's the question: what do you want? Do you need a defensive back in that division where you got to play Baltimore, Cincinnati, Pittsburgh with those monster wide receivers, even though nobody can throw to them? And what you gonna do? Do you need that defensive back and go with Hunter? Or do you need that other side? Because you just gave your man, what's his name down in Cleveland, $250 billion on the defensive line. Do you need somebody on the other side to make that defense, that sack, that rushing thing? So my thing is that it's gonna be down to those two, and I'm feeling, with knowing Cleveland, I'm thinking they're gonna go with Carter at number 2. I think that's what's gonna happen.
They should go with Hunter, in my opinion, but I don't want Hunter there. No, shut up. I don't want Hunter there. I think he should go. I do see where they should. I really think they should go with Hunter. Honestly, this is crazy. I did see Robert Griffin. He kind of shed some light to me. And I was like, I didn't even think of that.
Okay.
Robert Griffin, the third, he actually proposed Shador going to the Saints.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I've heard about it, and I think it would be. That means you're gonna have to take him. I don't see the dude for Penn State making no big damn impact right now to change the team right immediately. Yeah, he could be another Michael Parsons. He could be that, but you know how much more team needs to win. Dallas ain't won yet. It has that position. Has Michael Parsons. Has those defensive linemen. Y'all need a quarterback. Y'all need something to make a complete impact. Yes, you do need ball pressure. You need all of that, but you got one pick at the top.
Well,
you can pick up some other people to play those positions that will take care of that. You're never gonna find that top wide receiver at the end in the middle of the draft. You're just not.
I'm gonna say this: you got two choices. Well, number one, you signed Flacco and you got the mighty Kenny Pickett as a backup. So I don't know what you feared about. They got a great quarterback room already, so they don't need.
So let Shador go to New Orleans. Take Hunter.
But I also talked, as I was talking about that young man I work with, he said his ownership is stupid or crazy, not stupid, crazy. So think about this. They take Hunter with the second pick, and then they trade to get back up in there and then take Shador. Is what's been thrown around in Cleveland. They go around and they trade.
Man, they ain't about to be able to get both of them. Hell no. Listen.
That's what I heard
on the play. Let that happen.
Listen, they dumb it up. They like their mortgage the future. They give up number 1 next year and whatever, and get back in, jump back in, and get both of them.
Yes, that's been said. I can't think of nobody off the top of my head that I'm going to wait the next year for. Who? They better make a stellar season next year, but just right now, no. This is the draft.
And to shut down your Robert Griffin III, that's what I was talking about earlier when Shador, we know this week Shador visit Pittsburgh, and now you got Steeler fans all excited. Now we get a quarterback. And they said that the only spot on the draft board that Shador can go before Pittsburgh is New Orleans, because New Orleans needs a quarterback.
And they're going to take him. But I don't know why nobody thinks they're not.
But the fact is, New Orleans hadn't drafted a first-round quarterback since, and this is the name we're going to talk about later, Archie Manning. was the last first.
But the thing is they haven't had to. They looked up. They've had Breeze for the last damn 12, 15 years. I mean, you haven't had to. Then you looked up and got a duo quarterback combo at some point. You had,
So
that this is the first time they really had to be like, okay, I need one. Y'all let Jameson, all the little backups, all the little tweaks. What's the little white boy name that was running quarterback, tight end, them running back? I don't know his name.
and now, as I was saying, there was a report that came out last night that Derek Carr's shoulder is so bad that he may not
Yes.
even play
At
next year.
all.
So now that tells you
They're gonna take Shador.
unless Cleveland do something stupid or smart, depending on what you want to consider it, and all of a sudden trade out next year's draft, first round or second round, to whomever right before New Orleans.
They're not stupid enough to let New Orleans stack themselves like that. That's crazy.
Who's gonna stop Cleveland? They gonna still say look. They gonna look at everything else around Cleveland like, oh, that's all they got. That's 3 or 4 years. No team gonna worry about that for 3 or 4 years. They're like, that's down the road. But Cleveland can be building a monster. But I still think it's either gonna be Hunter or Carter.
Okay.
That's what I think is gonna be. And if they were smarter, they might as well get Hunter because even for anything, he's going to bring eyes to your team. He's going to bring notoriety, kind of like the Caitlin Clark thing did to Indiana. You bringing them eyes to you who wanted to watch you. In Cleveland, you need people to look at you. Ever since the massage dude since that didn't work out, you need other eyes. So I'm just saying.
Well, we'll see how it goes. We're gonna see how it work out.
Pick Carter. I want all these boys to drop. I want everybody to drop so I can get them. To follow my team.
You're such a hater. What y'all need to get is a quarterback and quit worrying about it, all the rest of it.
You think Denver wouldn't trade up for Hunter right now? Y'all think y'all wouldn't trade it to do something to get that dude on your team? The dude in Colorado, playing in Colorado? Come on.
I wouldn't be mad at it, but Bo might be. Bo might be a little pissed off. So I don't know. But the next question, let's see.
See, that name popped up earlier in this conversation. Didn't it just pop in? Interesting.
I mean, it's an interesting conversation. So, I mean, it's real. And you actually, bring it up sometime when I fuss about certain things. But, why y'all hating on Dion for doing what the man has been doing for decades? And, and it's true. I just think we got to address the topic. Why? Why is it so different? That everybody has to manhandle Dion. Why are you over here messing with your sons? Why are you doing this? Why are you trying to put them in the best spot when Archie, that's all he did? And we raved him for that. They got gloating for that. Everybody loved it. But now that Dion's doing it, I think we see the elephant in the room. But what say you, TT?
First, what color is that elephant again? Okay. I just want to throw the elephant. I agree with you 100%. Mr. Manning had a football career. So did Dion. Both of them were stars of their time. That's not a problem. Then they raised sons to become now professional athletes. I don't see the difference in that. So why? I don't remember the scrutiny of them jumping on everybody. I mean, jumping on Manning, except I'm gonna give him benefit of the doubt when they say Eli didn't want to go to San Diego. First, I don't know why he don't want to go to San Diego in the first place. I don't understand it. But he didn't want to go to San Diego, and all of a sudden they stepped in, and all of a sudden the trade happened. All these things happen in the play. But I don't get it. Leave him alone. All he doing is looking out for his sons just like the other dude did. That's it.
That's all he's doing. But Paul, Mr. Coulter from the Extra Point, they played hooky today. He said T.W. Farrah Fawcett. And then his ragged ass comment, you mean like you do LeBron. Mm-hmm. You know what?
Mm-hmm. I'll leave that alone. Mm-hmm.
No, that is not. What LeBron's doing is not what they're doing or did. So no, LeBron is putting at least if these kids at least good. Now what? Go hit your golf ball. Okay, Mister. I'm on the golf course right now.
You say these kids are good, so
yes.
So you say like Shiloh will be top 3.
You know not. Don't try.
Come on.
You do it. Don't you do it. I'm going to defend myself. I'm going to freaking defend myself. Shiloh is trash. I get it. I get it. I've said that. I said it.
And is he trying to get his son in? Trying to shallow in the NFL?
He's trying to get his son there. He's trying to help him get there, but I don't think he's pulling strings. Have you seen a string pulled yet?
He can't pull.
No. Now, if Shiloh goes 57th, we're gonna have a problem. Shiloh better get picked up on the third day. You know what I'm saying? Just like Easter, he rose. You know what I'm saying? He ain't rising to the third day, and that's just what it's gonna have to be.
55th pick in the NBA draft is like the third day because they got 2 rounds.
No, that's the 200 and something pick. He needs to have a 200 plus besides his draft number, literally, and he's got to be a free agent. I'm just saying. Now I'm under a tree watching my show.
Well, I'm gonna say this. I ain't gonna the LeBron thing. You can say he pulled string because he wanted to play with his son. Get it? Deion is not doing that.
We haven't seen that yet. I'm not gonna say he won't.
We hadn't seen it yet. We know Archie Manning did that with his son. So his son can play for the Giants and not the Chargers.
His sons were good. But his sons were good. I ain't an Eli fan. Yeah, but he got a Super Bowl. So what the hell can I say? But
so we just gonna have to see it work. Like I said, if you didn't jump on Manning when he was doing it, leave Deion while he's doing it. A black man is doing what every father should do, making sure the son get a job so they can get out your pocket. That's what.
Yeah, but don't use nepotism to that nature. I need my sports fixing, y'all. That appreciate you. We got you over here today. But
other people using nepotism for 400 years while we were doing something else that we didn't choose to do. Why not us using when we get it?
I can't go against that now. You about to get my black card taken now. So, hold on.
My fault. Stays here. My fault.
He about to get my whole black card pulled. But yeah, Deion, do what you're doing. Because Archie did what he did, and they're all Hall of Famers because of it. They did have to go and prove themselves.
True. And they got to do
Bronny. Okay, Bronny.
Oh, when you get a chance, you're going to do the dance. That's all that matters.
Whatever. He just need won't they give him a NIL deal for the NBA with Bronny paper towel? The quicker picker-upper.
Listen, what did Shannon say? NIL, you can tell. I can smell. Lakers
Bronny is the quicker picker-upper. I'm killing myself.
We'll get T-shirts, put LeBron in the front, Bronny the quicker picker-up.
An involved black father is worse than an absent father in sports.
Preach it.
No. You know what I'm saying? I disagree because we could use Josh Daddy to go have several seats. So we need an absent father on that.
That's true. In that sense, we need
be a deadbeat daddy, please.
22-5-5 in the G League. Tell him he's coming. It's coming. It's coming.
It's coming. 22-5-5 in the G League. But are you watching the G League?
I hadn't watched the game in the
G League. Do they have a network for that? Like, are you serious, Paul?
I think there's a G League network. I think there's one that you can watch some game. So
I'm gonna let that go. So we can move on to the next one. Damn, LeBron and his raggedy son. That's where I'm at. Yeah, I'm not gonna change it up. It ain't happening.
But it's college sports going into pro sports. That's what it is. That's
what
all
he's saying. He had a comment. Oh, gotcha. No. Definitely, Paul. Sorry. But we're going to move on along. I know y'all ready for it. Y'all want to talk about that good old NBA. Man, the NBA has been crazy this week. So y'all already know the season is wrapping up. We have one game. I think today is the final day of regular season play. Isn't that today?
I don't know. Maybe it's tomorrow.
I think it is. It's either today or tomorrow, but it's over. Y'all wrong for that. T got Ja ready for the league. He was a 0-star recruit.
Yeah, he did his job to get him into the league. Now get out of the way while he in the league. Get out the way. Get out the way.
Have several seats, please. Thank you. Yeah, he's all in the way. But
go be Usher's double. So if somebody try to shoot Usher, let him shoot you. It'll be all right.
Damn.
You know what I mean? It's all right. You got it. You good.
Oh my God. Sunday is the last day. Thank you, Paul, for that clarification. My betting man over here, he just don't do his job sometimes.
Wow. I said Sunday, and you said, well, so when I said it, don't make no difference. But when Paul said it's the truth, this dude sitting under the tree.
Meditating.
Okay.
Buddha. He Buddha today. Don't get hit with a nut.
No, it.
Don't let nothing fall out. You know you gonna have ants all over you by the time you get up. But Ant-Man, speaking of ants, Ant and John, did you watch the game?
I was preparing for another game at myself. I was not watching this one,
What
but
the hell were you preparing for?
there's another game that was on.
The Lakers playing, yeah, whatever. That's what you was preparing for?
Yeah, I was preparing for. I was getting my beverages right. You know how that go. I was getting my beverages right.
Standing at the slushy machine, like,
Hurry
with
up.
his cup, y'all. Ready? Well, who cares about the damn Lakers? Because Ant-Man did what he had to do against Ja. And they are now tied in the league. So they put on a show. They did, Paul, but he didn't want to watch it. He'd rather make mixed drinks and wait on the late Lakers.
Yeah, but what does this victory mean? You still gonna be what, the 6th to 10th seed? What you gonna
I
be?
know what the victory means. It means I like it.
You,
That's what it means.
what's it gonna mean?
It means I like it.
Didn't you get a text? So now you can't even play the next game, and y'all still need to win the next game to make sure y'all get whatever position y'all want.
Well, we about to break that down. We about to break that down. Okay.
Oh,
We
God.
about to break it down. The league is in good hands with AR with, but if he's gotta get the outside of the league stuff taken care of.
Hold on. Wait a minute. Hold on. You're in good hands. One who want to shoot up people, and the other one who shot up people, and now don't want to pay for it. That's what we got.
Talk about shooting up. I don't know if it's a rumor or not, but I keep seeing that the new Grand Theft Auto is going to be starring John Morant. Shoot him up, bang bang. You understand? Lord Jesus. So that's a good deal, and I'm sure he's making money off of it if it's true. So if so, you might be able to play with John Morant on the next Grand Theft Auto that comes out.
So one who want to play with the guns, and one we want to tell the world want to tell him to keep his gun in his pants, because that's how this should go. This is what the face of the league.
Don't hate on this man because come on. He paid his million.
Yes, but
ain't nothing wrong with it. He didn't give up his parental rights.
You know what's cheaper than $1 million? A box of condoms. You know what's cheaper than $1 million? I'm gonna tell you that right now.
Too late. How about that? Is it too late? Too late.
It's too late now, but you know better than that.
John ain't committed no crimes. Y'all need to stop. No, he hasn't committed no crime, but we're gonna see how many crimes I'm gonna be able to commit on Grand Theft Auto. He get his ass on there.
And that comes from somebody who want to celebrate the Memphis. That's why he ain't commit no crime. But I bet you ain't gonna ride no car with him. I bet you that, Paul. You ain't gonna ride no car with him.
I would. I'd be right up in that hood with him. I ain't no lie. I would be right up in there because I'm about that life.
You, him, and his daddy. Then y'all just roll on out everywhere y'all need to go.
They probably got bulletproof windows anyway. So,
but yes,
but
it was a very good game. I saw Anthony put on. I think he's interviewed after the game. He said his trainer sent him Jordan videos that he can just black out just to play. And he said something like, Jordan said, "Why do I have to worry about his shot? Be worried about shots that I haven't even taken yet," or some comment like that. I'm like, okay, that's what you do.
I have a question though. Who's a better player? Like real talk.
Who's that and what? Between these two?
And
overall, Ant is a better player right now.
Who will be a Hall of Famer?
In the trajectory right now, they both keep playing both because they let anybody in the Hall of Fame right now.
Who go first?
Probably John because he'll retire first.
Why do you think John gonna retire first? He lazy?
No, he's been. I think he's been in the league a little bit longer.
Just a little bit. I mean, Jordan. I mean, LeBron playing the 48, so we set the standard.
Ain't nobody else played the 48. Ain't nobody. No.
Ja.
John's a better player. Is that what he said?
That's what he said. He's sticking by it.
I'm gonna let you have that.
I think he's a better player, but they both got to get their shit together. The league should be in good hands, but right now.
But okay, do you remember the argument several years ago when John came in the league and the league basically handed him the keys to the league? He was supposed to be the next great person in this league.
Yeah, and he smoked him in the 22 playoffs, like Paul said.
He was
supposed to. He said what he said.
Listen, that's cool. He's supposed to be the next great thing. And then Anthony, right here, Mr. Edwards, then the NBA tried to hand it to him and say, "You're going to be the next star of this league."
But that goes back to me saying there's no face of the damn league no more.
There is,
I think I was on. I don't know if it was on our podcast on the Extra Point. I don't believe there's a face of the league right now. It's
there
just
is
not.
one.
Who?
And this is what the NBA is doing. If you paid attention, because they gave Memphis a shot, small market. They gave Minnesota a shot, small market. Who is the face of the league right now? You me tell you who that is? It's a dude in Oklahoma City that now that they're pushing as the face of this league right now.
They're
And
trying to.
maybe we're gonna talk about it another time, or we're gonna talk about it. They pushing this dude, and there is a dude that has averaged a triple double for the season last night.
They're both stuck in dumbass markets and nobody's watching.
Who will not get the MVP because the NBA is pushing. Now, I'm not gonna say SGA is not a monster. I'm not gonna say that. But we know who that monster is in Denver right now. And no, it's never been a time in the league that somebody has averaged a triple double and not win the MVP. It's only happened.
It really isn't. I mean, like you said, the league just don't like Ja. He's the most posted player by them on social media. Yeah, by them, not just us. They're always posting about him. But
Why
I
is
see
he
what
doing
you're. I don't know, but SGA, yes, he's one of the best players in the league. Jokic should have MVP. Period. They can push it however they want to. Um, you do not just average a triple double in a season. I think what's that? Westbrook done it, and
Oscar Robinson. Those are the only three people in the history of the game.
Ever.
Oscar Robinson, Westbrook, and now Jokic. And Jokic had the most triple doubles in the history of the game by the end of three quarters. They had to play the fourth quarter.
Let me tell you one other reason why he's not getting. If you look, Joker does not have anybody on his team that's an all-star, all defensive, all nothing. Name one person on that team that has any accolades right now.
Right now?
Right now.
Right
not
now,
one. That is why he's not MVP. He can't make it anywhere. I don't think it's right. He is clearly a consensus MVP over SGA. I will say it. But he has no backup, nobody on his team. He's the only person in the NBA that don't have anyone with him that has an all NBA, all-star, none of that. Nothing.
Now that's not technically true because Russ used to be an all-star. Technically, we go.
You heard. I said right now, there's nobody around him. He has no surrounding cast that is of elite status in the NBA.
But remember, they wasn't pushing Jokic as the best player on Denver. They was pushing what's his name, the point guard who can't stay healthy.
Murray, they tried with Murray, all of that. So
he wasn't even pushed, and everybody that got hurt around him, or they didn't lose anybody, they didn't switch anybody around. They added a couple of players, but he got the same team that they won win the championship game. Give or take one person, it's the same team who won the championship game. So it ain't nothing he did different. They might have taken a step back while he took a step forward because now everybody's trying to guard him and they can't even do anything. Now, SGA, let's name this. Name an all-star from Oklahoma City. He got a bunch of young people around him that play defense to make him better. Name who? Name somebody.
I mean, no, they don't, but I guess it's still marketing. It's not right because now that lets you know how set up this whole damn NBA shit is. And a lot of people fuss about that. What Paul said I don't want to hear about Joker because y'all got bored with Russ and his triple doubles.
Yes.
We did. We did. I can't even holler at you on that one.
But the difference is Russ was doing his triple doubles for himself. They were moving so he can get rebounds, moving out the way. They were doing things so he can
That's true. Jalen Williams was an all-star. Now, Joker's getting his triple-double because of how they're playing him defensively. You want to drop 3 on me? Then I'm going to have 30 damn assists because I'm going to find them. You know what I mean?
But you don't control assists. You pass the dude still got to hit the shot.
But he puts them in. But the thing is, his passes are so great, and he puts them in such a great spot. You can't. I mean, what you supposed to do is a layup. It's going to be an easy shot. He sets them up greatly.
Now, you want to talk about Jalen Williams? Correct. He was an all-star this year. No question. I give him that, but is he an all-star because of what? It's not because he was one of the best. First, anybody can be an all-star now. If you talk about this year when everybody in the NBA was all-star because of the rookie team, all these other things, everybody's an all-star, so that doesn't count. Would he have been an all-star when it was just they're picking their teams? And the answer to that, Jalen Williams, I said no, nothing against him. He's a good defensive player and he's developing an offensive game. And I don't know which Jalen you're talking about because they got two dudes named Jalen Williams on that team.
I think he's talking about the post player, the big dude. That's center.
I don't know which one, but I get it.
Center was balling out for a little bit. He was this year.
But going back to the original point, Ja and Ant-Man are the face of the American basketball player because everybody else we name are not Americans. Luka's not American.
And we about to talk about his ass, fat boy.
Hold on, you got one more time to talk about my boy now since he's on my team. I got to defend my boy. I can't defend him before that.
Let him go.
Yep, that's why y'all were in tears the other day. He was in tears and the whole city was in tears.
I had a hard week, man. Luka came home. It's too much.
He came in and put up 31 in the first half. And he was like, listen, I'm chilling. I'm only going to put up 15 in the second half. It don't make no difference. We can still win. We can talk.
The one with the braids.
The one with my fault. Okay. The one with the braids. I get you. I know which one you're talking about.
The beads on the end look like my hair, but that's just my color. Ain't got no beads on here. I ain't had that since I was a kid.
Oh,
God. Look. The league desperately needs an American face of the league. They're looking for one, but all of our American kids are just hood. Shit.
There is no American face right now because the American face will let them down. That's Ja and that's Ant. Either one talking about posting. And okay, I'm going to ask you a question. You have a 13, 14-year-old, 12, 13-year-old, 14-year-old son. Put this in turn. Which one do you want?
But go ahead.
Which one do you want to follow? What Ja's doing on the court? Yes.
Neither damn one of them. I don't want either one of them.
Who do you want to expose your son to? Either one of those you don't.
Shoot him up, bang, bang, or shoot him up, bang,
bang. And if not that one, let's try Zion, who got. We ain't gonna talk about that nastiness.
Shoot him up, bang.
Exactly. So who is the face?
He just kept his kids.
So who is the face of you would want your son to follow? Who is it in the NBA? I mean, that's why the 40-year-old LeBron is still the 40-year-old LeBron because
Paul. He said AI was no saint and kids loved him. He had a different swag about him. He wasn't the same, but he was. Now, no, you can't compare them to AI. AI was just thugged and didn't want to listen. I'm not putting a suit on. I'm going to wear a jersey with a tie. I mean,
AI was a different generation, and those kids are now adults. Those are not kids anymore. They was exposed to something else. So AI's kids are totally different.
He made gangster rap album talking about niggas and killing. First off, Shaq made a rap album.
Kobe made one that nobody listened to.
Kobe made one. Dion. It's all about the shoes. Was it the shoes?
It's about the money.
About the money. See what the Jerry curl. So no, they're just out here making money, Paul. That's 90s bias.
Yes, because we.
When were you born? 92. Were you 92? Like, I'm trying to understand, when were you born? Because you have I don't know, you have a whole different idea of that era.
I don't know.
But we fooling with you, Paul. But no, AI, these hood rat boys in the NBA is gonna have to get it together. We don't have anyone that's gonna be a face right now. It's just is what it is.
It is what it is.
But Luka.
Do.
What do you say? I'm a 90s kid, so I'm qualified. Were you born in the 90s? Or were you raised in the 90s? That's the difference.
Either one, because by the time the 90s, I was 19, 20, 21, 20. I was in my early, so I was feeling it.
Man, we were grown. I don't know how old Paul is. We ain't gonna let you tell your age, but I tell you what, in the 90s, I was running around high school.
I was at the University of South Carolina.
See what I'm talking about? Papa over there. That's why he would talk about these kids, because he pop out. Both can reclaim the throne with finals appearance. No, they can't. They can to an extent, but their public opinion has been ruined. That's what I was saying.
Listen, you go to the finals, then congratulations. Just don't go to the after the game. Go to the club and shoot up in the bar. I don't call no model over to the
And
house.
quit having children. Get them
Don't go to model.
condoms.
Excuse me. Not only a model, a 40-year-old woman, and you 22. And first, both of y'all know better. I'm not even getting those conversations. Both of
Hey,
y'all know
look, leave that 40-year-old cougar alone. She was trying to get her groove back. The hell? Shit. She needed stamina that day. Anyway.
Let's move on. Luca.
Yeah, I'll be 50 in August. Oh shit, you older than me, so pawpaws. Both of y'all pawpaws.
Wow. Wow.
But Luca, let's move on. I ain't fooling with you, Paul. Kobe in Colorado, anyone he ran. Kobe didn't do it. He didn't do it. I refuse it.
Listen, y'all, she ain't proved nothing, and he cleaned his image with a
Do it.
$4 million ring, and we realize as bros be like, listen, y'all keep messing up, we gonna lose all our money. He
You
realized,
wrong, Paul. Go. I hope an apple fall. What kind of tree you sitting under? I hope fall on your head for that one.
okay, Luca,
Yeah.
45 points in the comeback. Like I said, there was a beautiful tribute at the beginning of the game. Dude was in there sitting in tears and crying, and just you can see the emotion that I didn't want to leave Dallas, but y'all still got Nico, but y'all give Luca. I don't understand that conversation. But then after that, he came on that court and said, "Okay, this is what y'all gonna miss. This is what y'all missing right here."
He
I
gave
loved
me 45 reasons why Dallas will never forget.
it.
Boy, do you understand? Yes, it was an awesome return. The fans they did well by him and honored him and gave that whole video. I think they wanted to make him sad and cry and take him out mentally before the game. Give us a chance, man. Give us a chance. But it worked, but it didn't work. But look, he came on, he did what he was supposed to do. I mean, he's been doing this all year. We knew he was gonna show out with us. Anthony Davis didn't really do much towards 12 points or whatever. I don't think he had like a monster game or anything of that nature. But I didn't really realize everybody was back, besides a point guard, which we gravely needed and will not get back. But they do look good, and Dallas has secured a spot in the play-in, ironically. So yeah, they have. I thought the season was over, but they're in the play-in tournament. If we had Kyrie, that's all I can say. If
you had Kyrie, you'd be one of the better teams in this league. In fact, you would be one of the top 4 teams in the playoffs right there. No, there's no question about that. And a healthy Dallas squad, please. I have no questions about that.
Yeah, they definitely would. He said they gave him a good closure, gave him some closure. It was cool to see. It was. I think it did give him closure. He was really hurt. That was a young man that came here and Dallas took him in, and then y'all just up and took him out. It's like adopting a kid. He lived with you 5 years and you just snatch him out of home. You just don't do that. He was so happy. He said he was gonna get to sleep in his bed that night. So
It was like adopting a 15-year-old in 5 years. That grown man need to get out my house. Is what that is. What Nico said. That grown man better get
man,
out.
man, Nico kicked rock. So I don't know. I'm still mad about it. I think we all are. If you are a Mavs fan, so
Yeah, next year we don't have to worry about because Nico gonna bring in Ja, and Ja gonna be in Dallas, and he ain't gonna be able to do no shoot ups in Dallas. He can hang out with the Raptors, shoot on I-35, and shoot people up on the interstate. You know how we do
he in,
here.
he in the right city. But what I say, if Ja do come out here, what I do see, I've heard rumors about Antetokounmpo
Okay, yeah.
coming to LA.
I also heard that because your boy is upset because Malone got fired, that Jokic may play for the Lakers next year.
I've heard that too, and that scares me.
Because they two, Luke and
LeBron ain't gonna never retire.
no, he got to.
LeBron ain't gonna never damn retire.
Him and Bronny can sit the bench and play 5 minutes a game each, and let them other dudes.
I will honestly say, if either of those two come out to LA and they kind of keep some of the cast that they have right now, LeBron stays decent, man, they're gonna run the damn board. They could take Joker or Giannis, and it's a wrap. Joker, and I can see Joker finally leaving. He needs to. He's already won a championship there. They're not really building around him. He got some years left, and he could get a few more rings.
And him and Luca are really good boys.
They're best friends, so I do see that possibly happening next year. You talking about this blockbuster trade? That will be some shit.
they're free agents, so it's not like you gotta
Nope.
trade nothing for them. You can just
No.
sign
But
on
if
the.
it happens, can you imagine if it happened?
Okay, so if Jokic comes to Lakers, that means Austin Reeves got to give up number 15. Is that what we're gonna talk about?
Oh, they ain't giving up Austin. They ain't giving up Austin. But Austin is a great bargaining chip.
Mhm.
He's a great bargaining chip. One more job reference, and I'm reporting all the meta. Don't call the popo. I ain't go. You a snitch. See,
Yeah.
snitches get stitches, man.
So congratulations, Luca. Congratulations, Lakers, on that victory. Dallas, listen, I want y'all to come back. We live in this city, so you got to get past this, and we got to get this season over with so you can get past this for real.
Yes. But I know y'all gonna be happy. Paul, please don't sign off. Do not sign off. You got one more segment right here. I got for you. What's up with y'all? Y'all happy about this shit? LeBron, baby doll. Oh God. He is just gonna be the GOAT some kind of way. Really? He want he teaming up with
I'm not gonna have no conversation about Mattel, LeBron, and his Barbie. I'm not having any type of conversation about this. I am not. And it looks like he
that's the
wearing
next
Jordans
one.
on the third ball too. He looked like he got some Jordans on his feet. I'm not even gonna say it.
I want to. Brandy asked me a good question. She said, "Does he have a bald spot in the top of his head on that dog?"
They had a hat on him. They put a
That you
hat
can,
on him.
but you can take the hat off. All the clothes are accessories. You can take it off. He
Well,
better have a bald spot on
then
there.
the rule of the game is you got to buy one to see. They're not gonna show you pictures.
Paul said, "Lakin doll."
Ah,
I know a person. You know Lakin.
I'm done.
We
I'm
know
done.
a Lakin. Put an A in there. Oh Lord have mercy. But you know what, LeBron? I knew he played with baby dolls. I knew he did. I knew he did.
We're gonna move on from this. I'm not even gonna
No,
have.
we ain't. No, we ain't. Don't act like that. Don't just because you don't like it, we ain't got to move on. We ain't moving on. I
Let,
want
let,
you to see this baby doll.
let's just wait till they get the little version when they get the little brawny
So
doll.
is
You're gonna have the
Savannah
Barbie
gonna
version.
be?
The
Is it gonna
brawny
make a
version.
Savannah Barbie doll?
No, they're gonna have the
They're gonna
brawny.
Barbie kids.
No, listen. They're gonna have the brawny version coming out next year. Don't get mad.
Okay. Okay. Well, Bron, y'all see the GI doll with the
With the chopper. Yes, I
I'm
did.
looking. I didn't. I got to
I
look
did
it
see
up.
that. That was
No.
hilarious. See.
But this has turned into a meme. That's all that is. Everybody, you can turn yourself into a damn Barbie right now on AI. Everyone is doing it, and it's all because we're laughing at yours truly.
I'm not laughing. Listen, make that
I
money.
am
Make that money. Figure out a way to
Barbie
get that money.
doll. All right,
Don't get mad.
all right,
Get that money. Make that money. Get that
all
money.
right. LeBron, baby doll. You ordering you one? I'm
Nope.
gonna get you one for Christmas.
Nope. I'm waiting for the brawny.
All y'all getting LeBron baby dolls for Christmas.
I'm waiting for the brawny. I don't know what you're talking about.
And I even looked them up. Them hoes has nerve to be like $75 and up. Get your ass.
I'm sorry.
Ken never cost that much. Ken never cost that much.
Let's move on.
Whatever. Playoffs. Ready to get up out of there. Playoffs. Real quick. It ain't time yet, but we almost there. And it was a couple good games. I think the situation that we're in is that the East is set. The East is already set. The West has about 4 to 7 seeds, 4 to 7 teams that's still separated by one game. That's why I was saying, hey, it's the day the last day between the day and tomorrow. The West will be set, but the East is set right now. They're set right now, and I don't really care for any of the. I got to see them playing games and the actual seeded games because honestly, I mean, Indiana, I mean, the fourth and fifth seed is not a great game. Now, third and sixth, I'm ready to see that one. I'm ready to see that one.
On both sides, if it works out, on both
Yeah.
sides.
And then you got to see the Rockets. Yeah, they set everybody last night and let y'all win. They didn't need to play, So second seed.
Now, here's the scenario: 4 through 7, you are correct. In the West is still open because there are some games that's coming on, and one of the major games is the Clippers versus the Warriors. So who gonna be what, when, where, and how?
Stressed out. I'm stressed out.
So that is going to be a scenario that's going to play out. I either way, I'm loving it. I'm with my again the Lakers squad that I love are now solidly in the third spot and won the Pacific Division. I didn't realize that when they got third, they won a division last night. Roll your eye back in your head, thank you.
I fell asleep.
As you call them, Fat Boy, Baby Doll, and Austin Reeves are number the third seed. That's what you call them. That's the name of the squad. So
You better
anyway,
watch out for them Clippers and the Pacers, and
oh,
that is true, Paul.
but here's the question: do the Clippers want to play the Nuggets in the first round, or do they want to play the Lakers in the first round? Now, if they play the Lakers, neither one got to ever leave the city. They can sleep in their old beds the whole series.
Yeah, but like I told you last week, the Lakers are not going to beat anybody in the West in a 7-game series.
You sure
So it
about that?
doesn't really matter. I'm
You sure
quite sure.
that sound like an R take bet to me. That's
It
what I'm
can be. I'm telling you right now, the
in the
chef
second game series.
and Steph is not going to let the Lakers win in 7. I just don't think they're good enough to win in 7. Hell, what? LeBron got to load manage at least one of the damn 7 games.
What's the song? Bye bye bye. That's how the song will go. But I'm not even trying to hear you.
Nuggets. What do you mean when you say Nuggets, Paul? I know you ain't trying to say we would beat y'all would beat the Nuggets in
No,
7.
he's not. No, the Clippers. When the Clippers play, do they rather play the Nuggets or play the Lakers right now? That's what he said. I get it.
Man, listen, I thought you was out there smoking some tweed under
Tell
that
him,
tree.
tell him we can we can have
Lies, Lakers in 5. And then you have the nerve to say 5 games that they can do.
what did Shannon say? Lou Dort, you play the sport, you can have a wart. Lakers in 5.
Man, I don't know what y'all smoking this morning, but pass it to the left because y'all are tripping. Y'all are tripping right now on that one. I just don't see it. I
You
really
like New
don't.
York? You a joke?
I
Lakers in
don't see it. But on the east side, real quick, on the east side, oh my God, what you say? You think that he can beat Chicago?
5. Yes. Yes, I think they can beat Chicago, but one of them they got to go through 2 games. So either way, they have to go through 2 to get to the playoff.
That's
So
crazy.
even if they beat Chicago or Miami, they gotta play the loser of Orlando and Atlanta just to get into that. So
Yeah, Dallas ain't gonna beat the damn Kings. Not in 7. And they ain't even the greatest, but so whatever his name, Sabonis, he'll do something. I gotta send the bill. White folks like,
yeah, be careful.
yeah,
Be careful out there.
do it, Paul. Be careful out there now. Me and Torrance, we can go in 250 together, get you out, but I want my money back. We ain't
True.
gonna leave you in loose sterics.
No, we're not gonna leave you there. Come on. All
Call
right.
him collect though. But yeah, just this playoffs is about to go down. So guys, if you don't know, playoffs start next week. The play-in tournament, what is it? Next Wednesday, Thursday, I think, and then the playoff starts right after that.
I'm excited. Let's go.
So
Let's go.
I mean, it's gonna be a good one in the West. Eastern. Just take a look at the seeds, and this is as of last night's games after they were done. Ain't much room for error, but I'm trying to tell you, the East
5,
is set.
7.
The East is set, but the West, but we already knew because the West is it's a lot going on out there. The West is just better. Hate to say it, but it is.
More
But
excited. More
more
excited.
excited. I'm still going with OKC in Cleveland. I just don't see. I do know the Boston Celtics are real. Oh Lord Jesus, they really coming for us. But I think we'll be able to come out the East. I'm still sticking with Cleveland.
Wait, I still say Boston, and you know what I want to say. You know what I want to say.
You
So,
can walk all day. People don't hell on ice water, but
yeah,
it'll evaporate before they even get there.
but remember, these people who go to hell had ice water before they got there. So at least they had it. At least had it once before they got there. You just remember that.
Oh
Now,
boy, talk about it. So I'm about to get on a little subject. That's the playoffs. We'll hit them up Tuesday, see what's going on right before that play in. But what you got? You say like you got something to say.
yeah. Before we go into our next subject, I want to talk about college football because we have not said anything, and this may have something to do with Paul. Well,
Okay.
what has been announced in the last few minutes or last hour or so, that the University of Tennessee has got rid of, basically told their quarterback that bounce player, get out of here, because this dude would want to
They done
negotiate.
kicked him out
Yes, they told him.
since we talked before
Yes,
the show.
yes, they told him, go. You might as well go in the portal. We are done with you. We are moving on from you.
Not my prince, not the pretty prince as we called him last year.
Whatever that dude name is,
Yeah, it's a
Mula Mula
long
Mula
name.
Mula, whatever his name is, Paul, you know who I'm talking about.
Tennessee done got rid of him.
The Tennessee guy, and it was because they was trying to negotiate the NIL. And the funny part is, Tennessee got their spring game today. He was supposed to be playing the spring
He
game.
didn't come to any practices this week. He sat out.
He didn't show up to practice because he wanted to negotiate NIL. They were offering him around 2.4, 2.5 million, and he thought he was supposed to be getting 4 million. And they say, you know what, player? We holler at you, bounce. So now he has to wait until the next week that he can go back in the portal, because the portal opens up. And even in the new portal, he cannot transfer to anywhere in the SEC.
Wow.
There is a rule in this part of the portal that you can't transfer into the conference, so they're out. So he has to transfer out.
Whoa! So there's a rule in the portal. Like before this, he could have transferred wherever he wanted to.
Yes.
But now
if he'd have been the first part of the portal when it opened up, he could have gone anywhere, including.
But why do they got that rule? Like, it's because the season's over? I mean, I'm not understanding.
The rule was, they don't, what we talked about a couple of weeks ago. You know, people don't want to play in the spring game, or they watch people play in the spring game, then they try to steal your.
They scouting. Yeah.
So what the SEC made the rule that, okay, if you jump in this part of the portal right now, then you can't sign with anybody in the SEC this year. Now you can sit out, or you can go in and you can come back, but you can't leave. And then, in other words,
he's not going to be in the SEC.
Nope. He has to go, probably end up back in California, where he's originally from, or whatever the situation is. But here's the rub. Now, they said they asked a poll of all the coaches in the SEC, and they said he is right now the 6th to 8th best quarterback in the league in the SEC.
But the thing is that everyone has picked who they wanted. Everybody done portaled out and portaled in. Anything out here left right now is just residual. Like, seriously, this is not a good time. Where would you even see him going? I don't even know of a team that would need him right now.
And part 3, who would want to sign this dude knowing this dude wants $4 million? Because that's what you just told Tennessee. I don't have $4 million for you.
Well, maybe somebody else. If someone gets hurt, I guess you would say, if someone gets hurt in a spring game and lose a quarterback, then he might get picked up. That's about all I can say.
UT leaked the story. What kind of leverage?
What kind of leverage they getting? Who's the quarterback down there? Who is there? They going in the portal to find one? Because this was y'all's quarterback.
This was your starting quarterback who led y'all to the playoffs last season. Greatness, wonderful. You say Oregon, Nike got money. No question, Nike got money. And if you because every year they get a new quarterback. It started with Bo Nix, and
they run all the track competitions of that. Oregon gets paid. You understand me?
Nike got money. I agree, but again, is he worth $4 million? He wasn't that good. He just had a great defense.
What year is he?
I think he's a
junior,
sophomore going to junior. He got 2 or 3
junior. Okay.
So
he's not a 5th-year senior, so it's worth it. It will be worth it.
But pay him $4 million. Would you pay this dude $4 million right now?
They paying the rest of them. Ain't
nobody else paying. There's only one other quarterback got $4 million. That's that dude from Georgia, and he coming off a national championship.
Well, I believe that number's going to go down now. You know what I mean? Since things didn't go out the way he want, he can't. If not, he's just going to be a student somewhere, or he's going to be at home. And that's why I told you the portal doesn't help everybody.
Well, he got no choice, because Tennessee said, "You know what, dude? We're done." Listen.
He thought that was going to work, didn't it?
He thought it was. He wants to work with his representatives, and I think his father's in it, and he got his own. Everybody got agents. But now this is the first step of free agency in college football. We saw this in pro. This is the direction is going. And Tennessee put the first stand, said, "You know what? We don't want you. We don't want you. We don't want you. We don't want you." Just want to talk about that. So, Paul, you a Tennessee man. When you get a chance and have a good conversation, tell me about it. I want to know what you think and what you're gonna do. Because that just moved me up in the SEC rankings. Well, we still
did. Yeah,
top two is gonna be
Tennessee will
quarterback.
be okay. If they let them go, that means they got plans for somebody else.
But
They didn't just leave
they
it
paying
all.
for somebody else.
They didn't just leave it. Trust and believe that didn't happen. But
That's my
hey,
rant for the day. Just wanted to throw that in there before we move on. Before I have
all
to write
right.
again.
Yeah, because right now I know you about to. Well, you said you okay. We talked about it earlier, so just a little bit left. A couple more things we need to talk about. Fu Wiley,
Mm, mm, mm.
she out of there. She is out of there.
Well, no, she just jumped in the portal. That doesn't mean she's going anywhere yet. She can come back if she chooses right now. She just
You can't come back. That's embarrassing. She would never come back.
oh, you can
You
come back
can't. You can, but who would want to?
because Don, you know Don be
She
like,
didn't go have no loyalty to you. You wanted to leave us, and you only bet because nobody wanted you. You couldn't go nowhere. No, that ain't gonna work. You ain't
no,
seen that happen yet.
no. Don can have that conversation. Be like, listen, girl, I know you want to do this, but this is a transition. I'm putting you in. I'm putting you in the right spot.
They had
But
that combo. They've had it several times. That's why she's gone. Don hasn't been using her. It just is what it is. She has. She's used her, but this girl deserves to be a starter. She could lead any team in the country. So why would you continue to sit on the bench for someone after 2 years? You see the new talent that's coming in. That's same position. You brought in the number one person from the number one scoring guard, Lasson. What's left for Wiley to stay there? I don't see any incentive for her to stay there if she wants to win a natty. She wants to be a starter. She wants to be that go-to person on the team. She deserves that. She's proved that.
now to accent your argument, I will say I agree. As I was talking about earlier, there's nothing else she needs to prove at the University of South Carolina. She's played in 2 national championships games and she's won a championship. If that's what you go to college for, you have done that. Now you want to be a star. So now you can want to go someplace and all you want to do is ball out. Then I'm wishing you the best of luck and go someplace. You probably end up at LSU because you know
She want to
Baltimore.
be. She want to play. She want to ball out. She wants to play. She wants to start. She wants to be a factor in a team, and she's not that.
But I also saw them comparing her to people like Hidalgo or
Comparing and work and getting on that floor is two different things. Dawn is
okay.
not playing her.
But what I'm saying is we don't know what's going on in the background. It's not about just not playing her. This girl needs apparently, and I'm a fan. I am not going to talk bad, but apparently there's things that she needs to do to become a better player, and this is what Dawn was helping. Now, if Dawn has done everything she can do in the first 2 years, go somewhere else and now just ball like you want to ball and do what you need to do. And I want you to be the most successful person you can be because you. Once a Gamecock, always a Gamecock with me. You family for life, and I'm with you in the transfer. But
I
I don't want
mean,
you.
yeah.
But I don't want you to have the reputation of you running from scared because of talent in front of you. Because that's not the truth. You are
I
the
don't
best
think it's. I
player.
think she's just tired of being there. Dawn is not playing her, and for whatever reason, she got things to do. Nobody can just because you're in South Carolina. I think people get stuck on that name. You're in South Carolina. You're at the best school. Now there's other schools, and for Wiley, this is a loss for y'all. This is a horrible loss for y'all.
Well, listen, everybody loses players.
They do, but this is a horrible loss for you guys.
This was said to us a couple of years ago when we lost Rivers, who started point guard at North Carolina State after she won a national
That was
championship.
a horrible loss for y'all.
But you know what? What happened after that? We survived, we move forward, and we'll keep going. I wish you nothing but I
But
love
think about it. If she had stayed in South Carolina, she would not be the player that she is right now because Dawn wasn't going to give her that. Wasn't going to give her that chance. She has too many number one players that I mean, it's great to have, but then you have other players that deserve this, and unless you just want to be on this team, man, you could be stellar somewhere else. And I think Fu Wiley is seeing that.
now here's my argument on the other side, and I'm hoping this is conversation she had with her people. What happens with her Under Armour shoe contract? Because she can't take that everywhere. She can't take that to Duke. She can't take that to
Why
because
can't
she's in their Nike schools, and
Okay.
the schools are under that. So now we're narrowing our situation. Maybe she can go to Maryland. She can keep her. She'll keep you. That's an underarm school.
But I mean, Under Armour. I mean, it is Fu Wiley. Even if she left Under Armour, I'm sure she could get another
And
NIL that's
and I,
even bigger.
well, name other than the pro girls. Name somebody in college other than Juju, because Juju is Juju. Who else has a shoe contract in college? Nobody else but those two.
I mean, true, but I mean, but they got to gain. They got to gain this stuff. So That's all I'm saying. You gotta gain it.
Listen, I want you to be more successful. I'm sorry to lose you. When I saw it come across the post yesterday, I was like, there's other things I would prefer to do, but I guess this is the nature of the business, and I appreciate it, and I want to see your talent shine, and I want you to be a star somewhere. Is what I want you to
Oh,
do,
she is.
and
And she couldn't do it in South Carolina.
then go
Oh,
on about your life, and you always welcome in South Carolina because you got a ring. The ring's the thing. Once you become family, we like the mob. Once you in for life. Go do what you got to
yeah.
do. So
Yeah, but
congratulations.
I think she should have left. I'm glad she did. Nothing to South Carolina, but I think she just deserves to have her shine somewhere because she was gonna come off that bitch to the day she graduated at USC.
So I wish her luck, and I'm excited to see where she goes. That's all.
Cool. All right. Damn, for Wiley. Boy, well, hope nobody else jump in this portal. Good gracious. Mm. It's a few more, but we're gonna see.
See you when you see you. We'll see you down the road. We know you know Don. We will schedule a game to play, so you can come home and play in the arena. We will play your team. So come on, don't worry about it. We will see you again.
We definitely are gonna see again. But that WNBA
Woo!
draft
Woo!
is Sunday. It
Woo!
is Sunday. We are ready for it. Now they have invited everyone. Uh, the people, and I'll go through. It's about the top 15. I think that they invited, but
Yes.
just first, I want to take a look at the draft.
Oh,
There is
that damn Washington boy.
man, they got so many picks. It's ridiculous.
They got the
Let's
first
go
out of the
ping,
first
ping,
six.
ping,
They got
ping,
three in the
ping,
first
ping.
six. They got three in the
But
first
they
six.
got a lot of room to trade. When they have that many picks, that means they about to do some bargaining.
Yep.
They're gonna bargain a little bit. So I don't understand the forfeited. Las Vegas forfeited something. I
Uh,
don't
there,
really
there was
understand that.
there was a scandal, and remember when I think it had to do with what's her name who had the baby and some the thing, so they forfeited their draft pick. The WNBA
Okay.
snatched the pick from over that, and so they lost their first round pick, which would have been what 10th, and they still got the 13th pick. So they really whatever they did it is for them. So
I mean, and the thing is Dallas. My team. They number 12, so and number one, so they got a chance to pick up something else, and they 14. So
oh,
they're gonna be able to get quite a
oh,
few little drafts out of it. What's up?
there's a third round this year because it's only
Yep.
usually 2 rounds. They added a round this year.
Yeah, they added a round. It is a third round. That's why you see it over there broken out. But yes, they did add a third round because there's more players. It's a couple more teams. We had two expansion teams this year, so a little shuffling around. But yeah, they added a few more teams. It's gonna keep growing. It's gonna keep growing.
I'm
It's
excited.
gonna keep growing. So now I wanted to talk a little bit about. Let's
Any
let's
franchise
see
player?
what.
Yes, there's at least one. There's actually two.
We're about to
Franchise.
see them. I'm glad you asked.
Oh God! Oh, they can look pretty in these little pictures, but the truth ain't always out there. Go ahead.
Some of the best guards in the draft.
Um,
Yeah.
there-
What's you
there-
got your hand raised?
there's a picture missing somewhere in there. There's somebody missing that you didn't put a picture of. I'm just gonna
I
call it.
didn't do it. I didn't make this picture, but these are the best guards that they have chosen for the draft. Now,
Um,
this is the best guard draft. That per the picture,
mm,
per ESPN. Usually, I'm on ESPN. Try to find some of these things.
mm.
But who are we missing? Pow Pow.
Pow Pow is missing in this
She
picture
was
right.
invited. We're gonna go, but for some reason, these are the ones that they picked. We got Amore. We got a chick from NC State. NC
Yeah,
State.
she looks cute in that picture. Well, one of them look cute in that picture. You
Oh,
got
she took some birthday pictures that were amazing that I saw online. It was crazy. You got your good TCU, and of course we got ain't she at Tennessee?
no Citron from Notre Dame right
Notre Dame. Yeah, Citron was
there. And
badass.
then you got
Ooh.
Sellers from Maryland, which is you remember back in the day because we old and I know Paula going to understand that is Brad Sellers' daughter. You
Yeah, we're
remember
gonna go. She's in the top 15. Now they
that's her
did.
right. That's her in that picture.
That's which one? Her.
With the glasses in the middle.
Oh, okay, gotcha. That's his sister. Y'all
That's his
quarterback.
daughter. That's his daughter right there.
Who? Women. Go back. Who
You
daughter?
remember Brad Sellers who used to play for the Bulls, played with Jordan as early as tall,
Oh,
skinny
okay.
dude up and
Yeah.
yeah, that's his daughter. She,
Got it.
and she just got engaged to her teammate. They just got engaged yesterday.
They showed that yesterday, and I was reading through the comments. It was a lot of nasty comments. It
Yeah.
was kind of crazy, these people. But congratulations, she did just get engaged. So
Hey,
kudos
Terrell.
on that. Hey, Terrell. Hey, family. Appreciate you joining us.
Wait a minute. It used to be her brother, but now it's family. So I don't get either you got promoted and I got demoted in that little conversation right
I'm
there.
promoted.
Okay.
Anytime I get promoted, that means you're a promotion too. Don't even worry about that. That's
Wow.
never negative.
I got
The
promoted
thing.
to my own family. Great.
Yep. I got added, man. This is a good addition. Don't act like that. T Dub aid. This is catfishing.
My fault, man. My fault. Yeah, I know that's catfishing. Them pictures look right there. We know. We know, Paul. Ain't
That's
no real.
all I'm saying. But
Excuse me. Except Van Grandmama, because she had to go ahead and do her Sports Illustrated Naked Edition, and so we know that's what she looked like right now. So, but let's move on. Sorry.
but you know what? I don't let's see. Let me pull this up. This is so I just want you guys to let me see. I don't know if you guys can actually see it. Let me change my actual where I'm sharing it from. So you guys can see it. So we're gonna go over some of these draft picks.
Let's go.
We're gonna go over some of these draft picks. So
I'm
let,
ready.
let me share that actual screen.
Ready? Are you ready?
Are
But
you ready?
but amongst those pictures, like I said, all of those are very good points. Georgia. Georgia.
And Georgia on my mind. Like I said, I love Georgia Amore. This is actually one of the top person I've seen that came out as a guard. I do think she's the best guard in the draft. Followed her a few years, Virginia Tech, on over to Kentucky. But this is the most pure point guard that you will find, pure shooting point guard that you would
You're
find
shooting
in this league.
And I love her accent. I love to hear her talk. That accent is just I love the Georgia Amar. I love what she did at Virginia Tech, but I love more what she did at Kentucky. Because she came in with that coach and just kind of changed that program back around. They made a nice little run. She missed the shot in the tournament, but that's life. But I love who she is. Now, if she's a little bit taller, I'm talking she'd be fighting for the number one pick in the
I
draft.
wish I was a little bit tall. I wish I was a baller. I wish I had a girl.
But yeah,
Okay.
her skills are
That
undeniable,
part.
and she can shoot. And if you got a
Yes.
shooter, that's all that matters.
That's all that matters. So you got Georgia A. Moore. I actually had, let me see, it was a couple pictures I was in here looking at. There's your chick.
Yes, congratulations on your engagement, Miss Sellers, and congratulations on being in the first round.
I'm just
Haley,
and I'm just flipping through because I knew these. It was a bunch of pictures of these. It was the top 15. She has
Haley,
been in. Haley's going to the draft. Maybe she'll wear a swimsuit edition.
maybe she will. We now I don't know this girl.
Sandro played at Kansas State.
That's why. That's
That's
why.
probably why you don't know her, but she clearly did her thing.
Yeah,
Uh, and then of course,
European.
she's out of European. She's Slovenia. We got it. We have them on our side too, NBA. We have them on our side too. Now this chick right here, Sanaya Rivers, that is going to be an awesome pickup for anybody. I think she's going to go in the top 5
You know
in
who
the
she
draft.
reminds me of? Not
Who?
looks wise. Let's get right, but the game, Dejanay. That's
Legendary
what.
Carrington.
Yeah,
Yeah,
her defensive game, long arms. That I think
yeah.
that's going to get her going until she really gets her shot going, and that's going to keep her in the league
And
for
she
a
has
while.
a good shot. It's just not consistent, but she's
Exactly.
going to be able to work on that. The girl has great defense. She's a long rebounder. She can take you to the hole. She can create her own shot. So, and she's really long, so she could be a 3. She could be a swing guard, like literally,
She can play
if needed.
2 or 3, so she can play
Yeah.
three positions. So I get it.
And then her running buddy up and down that damn court.
I
You
don't like
heard me?
that Zaya. I don't like that picture. I like the other picture with her
I
hair.
was going to say you didn't like Zaya. Like,
Oh no, I
hell?
love Zaya. I love her shot. She is going to be a come in. She's gonna be a microwave. She's gonna come in off the bench and just shoot it up and score 30 points and go sit back down. That's what I
Shoot 'em
see.
up, yum yum. What's up, Waldo? Appreciate you joining over there on Instagram.
What up, though?
Appreciate you.
What up,
What
though?
what up? But so now Isaiah
I
James.
love her. I
Uh,
love her game too.
love Madison Scott.
This is defense. Madison will
A
come in
dog.
and she is gonna be a defensive dog in this league, and y'all are not. You ain't gonna score on her, and she's gonna be one of those people who gonna get some. If she averages about 8 points a game, she will be a superstar in this league. She doesn't have to score
Yeah.
to make an impact.
She's a baller. She's a baller. These are our top 15. Dominique Malongola. She's from France.
Uh,
She gonna get picked up in top 10.
excuse
Watch.
me, she'll be the number 2 pick in the draft, not the top 10. She will be the number 2 pick in this draft. This girl is a beast. Been playing
That's
pro
true.
ball since she was 14. This is kind of a Luca, female Luca, been playing since she was 14, 15 in France and Europe. Watch out for that. This is going to be a star. I'm telling you that right now.
I'm
You know,
glad. I
now
don't know
you know.
who's gonna get her. Sarah, you already know that's my hoe. I've been on her since that damn she played her heart out. Who I am a fan. I cannot wait to see where she goes. University of Alabama. Sarah Ashley Parker missed 45 points herself. I will carry this team to the Final Four. Damn it. Yes, that girl is a dog. I'm ready to see where she goes. What he said? Look at Jesus.
Oh, yes.
That's perfect. Forever. She is looking
Can't fool with her. Mm-mm.
forever. Your girl.
Kiki, do you love me? She'd be in the top three. She probably end up in Washington
And
where they
you
raise
know,
up
you
that
don't
score.
send 5 people in the top three. You know, the top three only can let three
No,
go.
I can tell you the top three is going to be what's her name? Paige Beckers, and it's going to be Dominique, and going to be Kiki. That's 1, 2, 3. That's it right there. I can tell you the three.
Okay, we're gonna hold you to that.
I
And
ain't
then
gonna say
I keep hearing rumors that she was coming back, she was gonna go back, or she was
oh,
getting in
no.
the portal. But she,
She getting the heck out of LSU, and she's gonna be she gonna be the draft pick for Golden State. She's gonna be the first ever first round pick for Golden State. That's one right here. Her 6'1",
you,
power forward.
you,
Anissa Morrow.
you, and we're not saying Golden State Warriors. There's a Golden
No, the
State
Valkyrie.
Valkyries
The
for the
Valkyrie.
women.
Hey, go! That's all I got to say about that.
Miss
Somebody
Pagan.
y'all didn't see at all this year. Nobody had any expectations and sat 3 or 4 years on the bench behind great centers. This kid is gonna be a stud in this league. Y'all sleep on that if you want to.
Yeah,
I'm
and then Joyce is about to just take that whole position over down there. So that's all I
it's
can
open
say.
for her. It is
It
open.
is. It was there this year, but
Citron,
Centron.
shooter from Notre Dame. I can see her playing someplace like in Seattle to get another shooter to
Yeah.
spread that offense. I can see that for them.
And but she's a shooter, but don't play no games because that hoe I'll take her to the wreck with me. She gonna take
Oh,
me to the whole house.
no question.
She ain't
No,
playing.
you said that wig. Come on with the oh
You
god. Oh no, not you.
talk,
Paul, you
Paul.
got
I
one
thought
more
this
time.
too. Paul, I thought this too. I was gonna rag on her, but because she got that USC on her, I didn't want to get into a fight with Torrent.
Y'all got one more time. Listen,
Man, listen,
y'all
that
got one more
wig is
time.
horrible. You could
One more. Okay. All right. Let's look at the girl from Michigan.
come
Oh,
on with the
they're already.
NIL. I'm sorry. I had
Listen, if you got an NIL hair deal, work it. That's NIL too. She got the
oh,
braids. Pow,
love
pow.
the silk. Need to holler at her. Pow pow.
I want her in Chicago with your girl.
I want her to wear her curly hair and quit doing this stuff. She done it with too many Afrocentric black women with nappy hair, and they just having to put all this in there. And she be looking crazy though. Since we were talking about hair, but I love Pow Pow. I love Pow Pow.
Yeah, me too. No question.
Great shooter, but I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't really see her in the league long.
I think she's perfect for the league. She's one of those players that can play the point when needed. And again, a sniper. If you gonna come and get somebody, you gonna get somebody to come in and be a sniper. And she plays defense. So
She plays. She's. I think that's what will get her into her defensive play. She's not a top 3-point shooter. She led the nation last year. I'm not gonna say she's not, but she fell off this year. So I don't know what that was about. I think she had to take more of the point
point
guard position over. But I don't even see her as a true point guard. I really don't. Not fluent in the WNBA. She was a good point guard for college level. NBA is a whole different scenario, and I don't know. She picks up the ball a little too much, but I think it's something she can grow into and learn. And if she gets on the right team in the right environment, they're going to teach her how to be a professional point guard. But what she's doing right now, it'll get you through. But
that's what you do. You go to Vegas. You sit behind the point guard and watch her play. And you come in there and you can sniper, and all you got to do is pass that ball down to Asia. You ain't got to do nothing else. And you got a career. Just pass that ball down there. You be all right. And when Asia triple team, to shoot the three. That's your game.
It is. I just seen a lot of people come in. So if you look at the draft last year, the last 15, I guarantee you 10 of them ain't in the NBA.
Yeah,
Not,
South Carolina.
not. So LSU, was a lot of great players that we think will make it there, but you have to see what the league is. And how they're tailoring the league, what type of players are they looking for, what are they wanting? Because it's not really all about skill when it comes to the W.
But that's why expansion is going to be so huge. That's why when you add in the Golden State, you add in Toronto, you add in whatever the other one is going to be.
They need it because they don't have enough room for all the players. There's too many good players, but we don't have enough teams. So that's the issue right now. Really, is not having enough teams for all of the great players. So you're going to have to cut great players. It just is what it is for now.
And I don't know anything about this girl and where she gonna go. I don't know if she even have any
Ain't
talent.
nothing to talk about. That hoe coming on to Dallas, holla at your girl. Hope I meet her in the damn on the highway. Hey, Paige. You know what I'm saying?
Dallas.
Yeah, I'm gonna say she'll be in Walmart. You know they don't make enough not to shop for themselves. So see you in Dallas next week.
And then of course Georgia, we talked about.
Yeah, we already talked, and so we done came back around from all of that. But no, definitely wanted to talk a little about the draft. It's coming up Monday. We're gonna see who gets to go where. We just know where Paige is going, and then of course we got the NBA draft, NFL draft. We don't know how that's gonna go. We'll see. And then we'll prepare for the playoffs, and after they done, we'll see who they're gonna draft. But ain't nobody out there in college basketball like that that's coming out. So I ain't even excited.
Cooper Flag. You got the wonderful Cooper Flag, who will be playing for Charlotte next year.
Listen, we're gonna go there with you.
You got him and Ball playing together, man. You're gonna have a ball.
You know what? I seen a podcast with Brick Barbie. Just the last note. I seen a podcast with Brick Barbie and one of the LeBron. LeBron. I just have to talk about him. LaMelo Ball, the two brothers. One that sings, one is one that raps, and the other one is in the NBA that actually plays. And Brick Barbie had nothing to tell him that with his game, her and his brother was something that his game matches more overseas. He probably excel overseas. He like, fuck it, I can't just go to the G League, man, ball out there like. And his brother was even like, I think your best bet is I think you'll be very successful overseas. And I was like, damn, right here on the podcast. He's sitting right here.
I'm your big brother, and I know you don't want to hear it, but yeah, you should go overseas right now. First, there's nothing wrong with going overseas and making that money. There's nothing wrong with that. Number two, you got a subpar, interesting rap career going on. Run that path until that path run out if that's what you go do. But don't sit there because you're two of your brothers in the league and you didn't make it. I'm sorry.
They're better than you. So, but now since you brought that up, had to definitely saw that podcast. I was like, damn, that is such shade right in his face. But
Brick Barbie can't be talking about nobody herself.
Man, I ain't gonna talk about Brick Barbie till the season start because we're gonna see how this works. I don't know if she's still working out with Lisa Leslie because she had to get down to Columbia, South Carolina because she's now a coach at USC, which I know you're happy about.
She is just a consultant right now. She's not an official coach.
She will be by November.
Well,
August.
Because we try.
They're working the money up right now.
We get in the portal to get some of them big girls to come down. And we need a big girl for down there. So yeah,
she's sending that Lisa probably doing house visits. She out recruiting. She sent Lisa Leslie to the house. It's over. They coming here.
I know if I'm at home and Lisa Leslie and Don Sterry knock on my front door, I don't care about what my daughter say. You going? They ain't even got to say hello. You going? Because first, if they come this close to me, you going?
Exactly. So all hands down, you taking your ass up out of here. But that's about all we have this morning, rather. Thank you guys for joining in. So long, been an hour and a half talking these good sports, but definitely had to give it to you barbershop style. Now we will be back on Tuesday. TT, what you got? You got any shout outs or anything?
By Tuesday, I have my wig on and my best WNBA outfit on. And I'll be excited about talking about that after that draft and win my 2 Gamecocks, because we're one of the only 2 schools that got 2 people that was invited to the draft. And that's South Carolina, North Carolina State, and technically that's all us because 3 of those players went to South Carolina. But that's not the point. So I'm excited about that, and I'm shout out to everybody who's been in the podcast. Shout out to Paul who under that tree. And listen, man, remember, don't get in trouble out there because they not. But you, them, and trees. Our history ain't really good about that. So you better keep an eye out on that.
Ain't no rope around there.
Yeah, make sure. But I appreciate everybody, and and listen, Farrah, you had a rough week, man. I appreciate you though. You still made it in here. You powered your way through this one, and we don't want them other weeks like that. So what we gonna do? We gonna go to the stove, get some of that Ciroc. We're gonna throw that in the thing. We're gonna throw a party tonight. We're gonna do some things.
Man, listen, I got some in the freezer from last night. I had to freeze it too much.
So
Yeah, you need to run on out and get some of that. Get some of that. So definitely. But thank you, Paul, for joining us under the tree. Sure appreciate it. But outside of that, no, honey, no shout outs to that nature. Just shout out to my family. Happy birthday to my sister up there doing her thing, and yep, just pray for our family. We'll be back Tuesday. We'll be on next weekend. I'll be traveling. So we'll see how that go. I don't know. TT might be over there with a good extra point. You never know.
and don't forget Razzle Dazzle, Apples and More, and RD our 360 RD photo booth. Remember, we got to shout out our sponsors. Just making sure you know.
Yes, sir. I was supposed to dip some grapes today, but I don't feel like it. So it was just a dip. Nothing I had an order for or anything like that. Sometimes I like just make sure people have stuff and they
Oh,
put
you
out
about to get
something.
you got to get an order because I'm getting shout out. So it's gonna be some. I need some of those pretzels. I need some of them apple slices.
Yeah,
I don't know.
run it. You better run it to me. Let me
I,
know.
I don't know. I think there was some cake pops or brownie pops, whatever. I think that's coming in, and I'm broke, and I'm just letting you know. I want the Hour Take discount, all $2 off. Just $2 off.
I got you. I put you on the 56 year payment plans.
Yeah, the
56 month.
50. That's what
56
I got to
month.
do.
That's all. $12 a month. We got you.
There you go.
Affirm. We got Affirm. Whatever that shit is. Affirm. Like, what the hell? Who's doing all this? But anyway, we just cutting up now. Y'all, thank y'all for joining us. Check us out Tuesday. We will be back on. We'll be talking about the WNBA draft. We really got to dig into this playoffs because this is going to be all set and delivered, ready to go. So join us Tuesday. We'll be on at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. Y'all know the deal.
Yes.
Thank you, Jennifer. Thank you.
Where she be coming from? She be coming from nowhere.
Why are you concerned?
Cause I married her. That's why I'm concerned.
I guess so. Jennifer, I'm praying for you too. On that note, y'all, we out of here. Y'all be easy. Have a great Saturday. Thank you for joining. And you know how we do it.
Peace.
Peace.